Now, we know the royals are currently at Balmoral, but they'll be back on full duties before we know it. The King hasn't been overseas much since taking over as regent, but we understand he has a trip planned to Kenya.
Yeah, it's been really quiet on the royal tour front for some time now, Caroline, partly because of COVID, then the death of the Queen. Part of the King's visit to Europe was cancelled because of rioting in France, you might remember. So there's been a lot of questions around where he might go and which Commonwealth nation would be the first to receive a royal visit. And it is going to be Kenya in the autumn of this year. Kenya, a republic, but considered to be a very important Commonwealth nation. And it is also in Kenya where Queen Elizabeth became queen when she discovered the news of her father's death. So it plays a very important role in royal family history as well, and that has been selected for the King's first visit. As for Australia, that is penciled for 2024, due to coincide with the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in Samoa, which the King is going to be attending, and to coincide with the bicentenary of the New South Wales Legislative Council. So I think we can safely say that's a likely date to be in the King's diary.
Well, we hope so. Now, I'm an unashamed fan of the Princess Royal. I think the royal family could do with half a dozen of her, frankly. She's due to celebrate her 73rd birthday, and she's had a little bit to say.
You and me both, Caroline. I think the Princess Royal, Princess Anne, is so refreshing. She is straight talking. She is no nonsense, no fuss. She gets on with it. She is the hardest working royal last year and for many, many years indeed. You might remember last year her visit to Australia. She travelled 25,000 miles, carried out 20 engagements in 4 days with just one member of staff with her. Rather a smaller entourage than we often see for these royal visits. But yes, she gave an interview to mark her 73rd birthday. And she was asked in that about the prospect of a slimmed down monarchy, something we've talked about a lot, something that was thought to be part of King Charles's plan. And she said that she didn't think it was a good idea because it might have seemed like a good idea in the past, but there were rather few of us now, she said, doing the job. I think they're thinking to herself, I can't possibly take on any more, and reflecting on the fact that the royal family has naturally slimmed down with the departures of Harry and Meghan, Prince Andrew having been kicked out of official duties in the royal family, and of course the death of the Queen and Prince Philip. So Princess Anne, in her customary no-nonsense style, I think, saying it how it is.
Sarah Hewson, as always, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Caroline.